Welcome to the KonnecT Show.
Got it.
Yes, I got it. Can you hear it when it says that too?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if she was just letting me know or if this was, so I guess you can't just sneak up on people and just randomly
Mm-hmm.
record the conversation. They're like,
It gives you that what do you call it? That dialogue
of the
box. Like,
KonnecT
yeah, you're
Show.
being recorded.
Hey, so you can't be like, wait a minute, you're recording this?
Yeah, right.
Welcome to the KonnecT Show. So, um, now I am. Well, what I was about to talk about is actually part of the show. So we might as well just jump right on in here with this first story because this first story affects books.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with this, and then I'm gonna hit this, and I'm gonna be like, you gotta bear with me. Wow, technical skills sometimes.
Oh, okay. I
Really
do have to step out for a hot second, but
when
I'll let you know. I'm sure it's during the show, but I'll let you know when I have to step out for a hot second. It's not gonna take long, you know.
out here making transactions.
Nah, nah, not at all, not at all.
All right, you see my little map?
Yes, sir.
That's what I wanted to show you.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, because that's the first thing I was going to talk about was how
Yeah,
it looked orange yesterday in Newark.
it was so orange.
So orange. So here's the map because some people were like, New Jersey. Like when I was telling my sister that we were getting smoke from somewhere in Canada, and now you
Hmm.
can see where we're getting it back in Montreal and whatnot. Nova Scotia, I think too, and some stuff.
Right.
But
Hmm.
she was like, "You're by Canada," and I was like, "As a matter of fact, we are. We're not that far
Yeah.
from Canada."
Right. Right.
So if you look at the map, people, right over here, whoop, whoop, got that at. That's New Jersey. So as you can see, the little fire is here. The smoke is going like this through New York into Jersey and some other places, like
Hmm. Hmm.
depending on where you are in PA, Pennsylvania. So
Right.
if you don't know what that looks like, I've got a picture. Look at that Statue of Liberty right there.
Oh yeah, just a shadow.
And
Just a
that's how it looked
shadow in the
yesterday.
mist. Yes.
Yes. So they canceled schools. Um, we were wearing masks yesterday.
Yeah.
It was
We
surf.
still had to go. We still had school
Did you?
and Plainfield.
All right, Plainfield playing.
Yeah. Plainfield playing around. But
But I think y'all got out before us anyway, though. See, we still had 2 snow days that weren't used that
right.
they weren't going to give us.
Yeah.
So we weren't going to get out until the 23rd. When are y'all out?
We are gonna get out on 23rd as well. Um, so we already used one of the snow days um right before Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, okay. So that's what they did. They gave y'all an extra day for the weekend.
Right. So it was like instead of that Monday, the 3 day weekend, we got the 4 day.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice since we didn't use, but we didn't expect this California smog to, you know, come and invade our lungs. So it's like we came back from a trip. It was an eighth grade trip. We were there all day. And one of the teachers was like, "What is that smell? I'm smelling smoke." And we didn't smell it at first. We like, after a while, it was like, yeah, it does smell like something's burning. And then We saw a fire truck zoom past, but that was it. We was like, we just thought nothing of it because we're at work. We still no, we didn't. I know I didn't hop on social media until I got home. Then I had one of my best friends. He was like, "Yo, what is that burning smell?" And he lives up in Hackensack. And
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like, "Hey, yo, we was asking the same thing in Plainfield, and it's like a hour away each,
Mm-hmm.
from where I live."
So it's like, where is this
Yeah,
fire
you're
coming
like,
from?
where's this fire coming
It
from?
must be
It's
huge.
yeah, and then that's when I started seeing a lot in social media, you know, fire in Canada, and
Well, when
we're
I
getting the
first saw
same
that
thing.
there was a fire in Canada, I still didn't expect it to really affect us the way that it did. I was
Yeah,
just, okay, they having wildfires.
right.
But then when the smoke dropped, it was like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah,
Um, and they're saying that this, you know, wasn't it's abnormal for Canada to have
yeah,
wildfires, but they
right.
were saying this many this early is. So they're saying spring is now coming earlier because it's not warmer earlier,
Global warming, something have
basically,
to do. Yeah.
basically climate change.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Um, but it's people under evacuation in British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Quebec, Nova Scotia,
Right.
Northwest Territories. Like it's a lot of fires, and um, yeah, they're saying that it's going to be difficult for some of the things that would normally offset this to catch up with the fact that it is getting warmer. So they said that the ecosystem, plants and animals,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
over hundreds of thousands of years expect a certain kind of climate.
It's been a what?
They expect a certain kind of climate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
expect spring to come at a certain time.
Right.
So now it's coming earlier. So that's another issue with the vegetation.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying like the oranges in Florida might become a thing now too. Because,
Wow.
you know, I was like, orange juice. Don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's causing such a chain reaction because even when the birds start heading south or whatever, and they're coming back, and they're like, "Well, it's still cold. What am I supposed to do? What are we doing? Why is it still cold? It's my
Or when are we
our
supposed to fly out?
when
We
I'm
fly
supposed
awfully
to
early this
fly
year.
out. We're flying awfully early, and it's like, it's still warm, and we pretty much had a warm winter. We
Very
didn't have
mild
any,
winter.
yeah, we didn't have any heavy
Snow at all.
at all because my Facebook memories are good for that, and it was showing so many times that we hit snowstorms. Like we had like 6 inches of snow. Memories talking about, yeah, I finally had to dig out my car, and this happened like 3 or 4 years ago on this day. On this day, it's like 50 degrees. Like,
It's crazy because it seems like now it'll be a crazy storm.
right.
And then for a few years we'll be cool.
Hmm.
But then when it hit, it's like so banana like Ida.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Ida,
that was
that
so
was that was
bananas.
yeah.
Or even what was that one where I was out of power for 2 weeks? Was that Sandy?
Sandy,
Sandy?
Hurricane Sandy. Yep.
Like we get hit like wow. And then for a couple years, you like, this is nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then out of nowhere, you get smacked in. Like,
Smash slammed again.
man, I'm telling you, we, the weather
Like
here is bananas. Like,
it's crazy because everything's getting turned around because now we're getting hurricanes. and down south is getting snow.
And they
So it's
like,
like,
what is the signal that
what
we
in
doing
the
with this snow?
what is going on?
They
And
stopped their whole
they
situation
stop,
behind
they
snow.
shut down. It'll be a couple of inches. It will be maybe a sheet of ice, and they like, yo, highways are shut down. I'm
Everything.
parking my car.
We
I'm
got no
leaving my
way to get
car.
this to melt.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
we got a little sand or something. What do
damn.
we put out?
What do we put out?
So you were talking about birds. I have a picture of a bird.
Wow.
So it was sitting there on the sidewalk. All right. So let me backpedal a little bit. Remember Tuesday, I told you that I was all jacked up from the wisdom.
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm just now taking the cotton out of my mouth a couple hours ago. Um, my general dentist told me I was teeth, and I'm a grown woman. I don't want to be teeth. So I come out and I see the bird. Now, if you look at the bird closely, it's losing its feathers.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, it's getting feathers. It's molting.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's
Right.
getting the little fur.
Hmm.
But it's sitting there on the sidewalk and it's just looking, look at his little face. It just looks sad. I'm like, what's wrong? So I'm
Right.
talking to it. I don't have any food to give it. So I go to my car. Grab some strawberries and a little thing of yogurt.
Hmm.
I don't know what else you eat. Like I don't have a bug on me. So I dip the strawberry in a little bit of yogurt and then I put it on the ground next to it. I said, if anything, if you don't eat it, at least maybe some bugs will come and you can eat the bugs. 'Cause I don't know what's wrong with you. Like
Right.
I'm hearing people honk because they probably was wondering what I'm talking to. Because I'm up there like with the, I'm like, are you okay? I'm like, where's your
Mhm.
family? Like, but I can barely talk. So I'm like, where's
Right.
your family?
Right.
Not that they understood English
Yeah.
no matter. Nonetheless.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of birds, well, we're gonna hope for the best. Like I said, it was canceled today, so we'll see you about tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And anyway, um, on to the next. What did I have next? Because I had so many things to talk about today. Oh, there is this whiskey. Okay. Do you drink whiskey?
Um, no, I'm not a drinker like that. I know people that are into whiskey,
He
but I'm
said
not a
a
drinker.
drinker.
Yeah, social drinking here and there, shot here, shot there, but you
Okay.
know.
All right. Shot caller. Um, this whiskey is called Uncle Neely's whiskey.
Uncle
Neely.
Uncle Nearly. Okay.
No, I'm lying. That's not the uncle's name. Hold on.
Uncle Nearest, are you thinking about?
Yes,
Uncle Nearest. Okay.
Uncle Nearest.
Yes. I'm like Uncle Nearly. I'm like, I know it's Uncle Nearest, but Uncle Nearly? Hmm.
My bad. Okay, so that's one of the owners of the Uncle
Okay.
Nearest brand.
Okay.
Now, I went to their website because I was kind of curious about this Uncle Nearest.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so when I went to the
I'm familiar.
website, you said, what?
I'm familiar.
You familiar with Uncle Nearest?
Yes, I am. I'm familiar with Uncle Nearest.
We'll see. Social drinker.
Yes,
Said,
I met
well,
a I met Uncle Nearest a couple of years ago, and he put me on my ass.
oh, that's why you're a social drinker.
Yes, he put me on my ass. I didn't
So,
even know that I was drunk until I got up. Yeah,
well, what the
that.
thing about Uncle Nearest is that it's 100 proof, so you need to be careful.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Very good.
So there's actually a short film on their website about Uncle Nearest and how he was a black man who actually taught how to make wine or whiskey to Jack Daniels, or the guy who started Jack Daniels.
Right.
He was the master distiller behind it.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I would like to, try little Uncle Nearest. But I'm not sure which one to try first. So which one do you think I should try first? The small batch, each straight rye. That sounds harsh. Master blend,
Yeah.
uncut, unfiltered. Nope, not gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about the master blend?
You might want to try with the master blend, either between the
Or
master
the
blend or
small
the
batch?
small batch. Yeah.
Okay, so let me break this down. Because first I have to find out where I can get some Uncle Nearly.
Nearly Uncle Nearest.
Oh gosh, why do I keep jacking up his name? I am so apologetic to everyone who's watching.
Uncle Nearest, like
I'm a name jacker. I'm not gonna lie,
the
I'm a name jacker.
nearest liquor store. You find Uncle Nearest at the nearest liquor store.
For the small batch. Okay. So decisions have to be made. I gotta decide which one. But I'm gonna try some, and I'm thinking we're gonna try it together. There's two things today that I'm gonna try.
Okay.
So you're just gonna try it in spirit. But
Okay.
kind of like
Yes.
with the kind of like with the nuggets.
Yeah.
You get to embrace it with me so that you
Right.
can have the experience and then decide if you
Yeah.
too. Well, you already have openness, so you already knew that.
Yes. Yes. It's from what I remember, it's very smooth. Goes
Which one
down
did you
very
have? Do
smooth.
you remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember even it having so many
Option.
variations of it. I think it was just, straight up errors. I'm not sure which one. It was a few years ago. It was a couple of years back. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find it because
Yeah.
I was looking and I was like, oh, obviously, you come across these stories, and when I found out it was named after the person who initially taught Jack Daniels, I
Hmm.
had a little Jack in my day, little Jack and
Hmm.
Coke.
Right.
Um, I was like, oh my goodness, I definitely want to taste this because if they have any of his know-how, and that's how they
Hmm.
came up with this whiskey, um, his might be even better than Jack Daniels. So
It is. It is.
let's try it.
It
Let's
is.
try it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one of our tries. So excited, you don't know how excited I'm always excited for food and beverage. I enjoy partaking.
Right.
Um, so let me tell you, let me share this with you. Remember we were talking about, and somebody was discussing this. Remember I was telling you about, we were saying why the HBO Max go to Max? Like
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
HBO is the name brand. Mm.
Hmm. Hmm.
Let me tell you what somebody had told me. They said HBO Max went to Max because Max is streaming service and they don't have to pay people in the same way with like certain royalties and things like that,
Oh.
as opposed to if they're related to a television platform somehow.
Okay.
I said,
Oh,
mm.
okay.
So
So with the streaming services, they don't have to pay as much royalties. Then
it's a different pay rate or
it's a bit
scale, or
different pay scale.
somehow they
I'm
do the pay
sure
rate.
it's a lot lower pay scale.
Oh, I'm sure it is
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because people are always like, Netflix, why you cut the show? Probably because they didn't want to pay the people for another season.
Right.
So we'll just cut it.
Or yeah, or they'll have like all the seasons, and they might leave like one or two episodes or something like that. They'll leave like one or two episodes, and then because I'm a Marvel head, and I was watching
Oh, so you're talking
Agents.
about Disney Plus.
No, I'm talking about Netflix.
Oh, they have Marvel on it?
Oh no, not Marvel like the superheroes, but they have like a spinoff. It was the show called Agents of Shield, and it used to come on Channel 7. And one of the characters from the original, one of the original Avengers movies, it was a spinoff of his show, but it didn't really coincide too much with what was going on in the movie theater as far as the Avengers timeline. So it had its own little, timeline or whatever. So I'm binge watching. And then at a certain point, it was a couple of episodes that were actually missing that they didn't have. So it was like, you know, whenever they were recapping this, like last time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I'm like, yeah, how did they get from this point to this point? So I had to like look at the recap to get caught up because they actually didn't have those
So
episodes.
what is the point of missing episodes? I don't get it. Like,
I don't know. It's like I guess it's like, okay, I'm going to um pay for a certain amount of episodes, and these episodes here and there might be a little less. So instead of paying for 12, I'll pay for 10 or not episodes
no,
or
what?
whatever.
That is
You know
crazy.
what I'm saying?
No, just
Yeah,
leave
and
it.
that's good. Just
Don't
leave
even
it.
get it then, if that's the case.
Yeah,
Because who
yeah,
wants to watch a show that's missing episodes? Like, I don't want to
yeah. And I was
binge
like,
watch Law and Order on Hulu, and then it's like we go into midway in the season and they start talking about something. I'm like, well, when did that happen? And
yeah,
their
yeah.
characters, it's something, obviously, a new storyline every show,
Right,
but they
right.
have their main base characters who
Yeah,
go through stuff and you know
right.
their backstory.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was the same thing with Agents of Shield. They know their backstory. Every character had their developing storylines. So it was like they went from one season to the next, but it was like they cut off like maybe the last two episodes or something like that. Instead of
Weird.
paying for like 22 episodes, they pay for like 20 for each season or
That
something
is
like
weird.
that. So I was all that
It's
was
so
always
weird.
weird to me. But
That
like,
is
I
really weird.
like let's we don't really need these two episodes. Let's just take it on and end it.
Yeah, like what?
And then and I'm like, and I wanted to see, and I'm going back and forth. I'm like, wait a minute,
So now you
did I
all
did I
confused.
miss something? Yeah, I'm like, did I miss something? And going into the next season, it's like they were recapping what happened the last like the season finale or something, and they cut off the season finale, and I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute, when did that happen?
Well, are you gonna
So
get HBO Max? Or I'm sorry, Max.
well, I'm thinking about getting Max.
Because they have three different plans.
Yeah,
They're saying
and
that they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
yeah,
ad,
and
ad light, which is
yeah,
$9.99 a month, ad free, $15.99 a month, or Max Ultimate ad free for $20 a month.
yeah, no,
They get
yeah, no,
four concurrent streams of the 4K Ultra HD resolution, 100
right,
blind downloads,
no, no,
atmospheric
no. I don't need ad free. I'm good.
quality.
I'm
So you
good.
go with the ad light.
Like I don't need ad free. I've been watching commercials on TV forever. So
And they're talking about adding a little Discovery Plus content.
wow, yeah.
So,
So
because apparently now Disney,
yeah,
somebody owns them, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, look at us making it happen with our Max.
yeah.
Um, I wanted to talk about a lady, but I don't know where I put her information. Oh, here it is. I'm showing you a picture of it. Because I was, I'm always shocked when I hear these stories, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never would have even thought. Sometimes somebody will do something, and you're like, I never even thought about who did that, right? And
Right,
then when you
right.
find out about it, you're like, well, that's cool. Like this lady. You see her?
Yes.
I want you to keep your this little picture off to the side
Mm-hmm.
as I explain to you who this lovely lady is. She's the inventor of the CCTV system, the security.
Oh,
That's what this picture is.
oh, okay. I was trying to put it together like,
Okay, wait. I got a bigger one. I got an online. Here, let me show you. Let me show you so that you can see it, the big version. And I like this little website too. It's called Black Tags. I say, ooh, y'all so excited.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Okay,
here's the bigger version.
right.
See the lady in her bed,
Oh,
looking
okay.
at her TV, and then like
Mm-hmm.
to this guy.
Okay. I get it. I see
Can you see the guy?
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's like the burglar who's
Right.
looking in the crowd, and she set up this whole situation.
Wow. Okay.
So she designed that, and it's not even okay. So the reason I was amazed is because, if I'm correct, she's like a nurse.
Wow.
Yeah, so she not only invented the closed circuit television, the first one, but
Mm-hmm.
she also invented the first home security system. Her name is
Wow.
Marie Van Brittan Brown. Doesn't that sound like a remarkable name?
Yeah. Right.
What
Marie
else are
Van
you
Britton. That Marie
Marie,
Van Britton Brown.
if my name was Marie Van Brittan
Van
Brown,
Britton Brown.
people would think I was the bougiest chick ever.
What?
They're like, hello, how are you? How are you? Now, please, you're blocking the view of the window. Like, we're on a bus. What I say? My personal coach.
Right. Right. Right.
But she was born in 1922 in Queens.
Oh,
Passed away there in 1976. So, um, she was a nurse.
wow.
Her husband was an electronics technician.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't work standard hours, and they had a kind of high crime rate in Queens where they stayed at.
Right.
You know how the police contacted, but it's slow. Even back then, in '66, when
Mm-hmm.
she patented this invention, it
Right.
was the same thing. So she wanted some way to increase personal security, and she wanted to create a system that would let her know who was at the house
Mm-hmm.
and to be able to contact police as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she created this two-way communication and surveillance feature that they still use to this day. There was three peepholes placed at the front door at different height levels.
Mm-hmm.
One for tall people, middle height people, bottom one for
Average
kids.
height and for short people.
And the camera picked up images that would reflect on the monitor via a wireless system. And the monitor could be placed at any part of the house so you could see who was at the door.
Right.
She even had the voice component. So, all this time we're using the rings and all of this stuff to talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
people.
That's the first thing I thought about was the ring when I saw the diagram.
Yeah, and you never even realize that a nurse and her husband filed for patent under the title Home Security System Utilizing Television Surveillance.
Okay. Nice.
So it got recognition, award from the National Scientist Committee.
Mm.
an interview with the New York Times, and it
Wow.
laid the foundation for later security systems
Hmm.
that have remote control door locks or push button alarm triggers.
Right.
It's the messaging to security providers and police, as well as
Hmm.
two-way communication. So
Right. Hmm.
the patent was later referenced by 13 other inventors. So they're still using it. Now, my question is that they still getting paid.
Are they still getting?
They should still be getting paid if other people are
Yeah,
using
they
it.
should be. Yeah. If somebody, yeah, yeah, they should be.
They should be. Hope you making your
Some type
money
of
out there.
royalties. Yeah.
Yeah. Marie Van Britten's, wait, Van Britten
Marie
Brown.
Brown. Marie Van Britton Brown.
Marie Van Britton Brown.
Van Britton of the Van Britton Browns.
If I come into parties, I'd be like, I'd announce myself. Now introducing
Marie Van
Van
Britton
Britton
Brown
Brown of Queens.
of Queens, New York.
Now I do a little dip. Like now we
Mhm.
are at a cookout.
A
Calm
little
down.
curtsy, yeah, right. Like, where's like sit your behind down on that couch right there.
Listen, just saying. Just saying. I'm bougie. Give me that name.
Yeah.
Because that ain't nothing but a word. See about a little 13-year-old baby. I'm about to show you this picture now. I'll be like, what's I doing at 13? Like, just
13.
eat,
Yeah.
like, eating botox and watching movies. I was not
Listen.
achieving the goals. So he's chilling. That's all I'm saying. So I'm saying this baby is achieving goals out here.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know. And really, like, I'm mad at you, bro. All right, you see him right there?
Yeah.
You see him with all his awards? Elijah
Elijah Salam
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Elijah Salam Muhammad. Okay.
So keep that name in mind. Keep that little look at that little smiling face. Don't just look like he just so youthful. He look like he's ready to
Right.
just play a video game.
Right.
Yes. Well, let me tell you, doing more than play video games. You got all of that for a reason. For a reason. Elijah is a college graduate.
Jesus. At 13.
He walked the stage across Oklahoma City Community College after getting his associate's degree in computer science and cybersecurity.
Wow.
He also has 10 IBM certifications
10.
and
Wow.
a Google IT certification and is pursuing a bachelor's degree at Oklahoma State University.
Wow.
Now, let me tell you what else you got going on. My dad has a homeschool program called Pro One Collegiate Academy, and it basically accelerates your learning into things that you're interested in. Is what he told Good Morning America. So since I was interested in cybersecurity, it accelerated me with that, and I was able to go to college for
Jesus.
it. So if you're interested in homeschooling, you might want to
Yeah.
be in a Pro One Collegiate Academy.
Right.
Now I know some of y'all after COVID
After
are like,
COVID. Right.
I'm not homeschooling at all. I'm just throwing it out there for those who are,
Hmm.
because some of y'all are just definitely not interested. So we have to introduce ourselves because we did not do that when we began this. So allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Sapphire Stephen McLovin. Thank you for joining us here on the KonnecT Show. Who are you?
DJ Mum's Music was on it.
And We are coming to you once again with all kinds of information and things to help accelerate your day. If you ever have any questions or any stories that you would be interested in sending it to us, you can send it to us at thekonnectshow@gmail.com. But all of our information is always attached to wherever you're listening or viewing this, because we are viewable on the EDN, and that's on Roku. We're on their channel.
Roku. Yes, sir.
On YouTube on the KonnecT Show channel, and we're all over all your social media platforms. Instagram, we retweet a lot on Twitter, but we also post when we make a new show that's on some of the podcast platforms, like
Mm-hmm.
Podcast, Apple Podcast,
Mm-hmm.
Spotify, all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can also send us music videos now. Because why? Because we viewing.
That's what's up.
So you don't have to just, because I know sometimes what was happening with our music artists was they copywritten the song and then
Right.
they hear us in YouTube. But with your music videos, we can play that on the EDM network on Roku.
Nice. Nice.
We doing us. We doing us.
Doing us.
So with that being said, we'll go on to our next story. Now I had quite a few movies that I wanted to go over, so we're gonna call this our movie moments. And on our movie moments, I gotta tell y'all, you can also email me if you got some kind of lovey-dovey comedy, romance drama that you would like me to watch. I thought I was gonna call. But I don't normally watch those on my own. So the movie reviews that I normally do are going to be either action movies, sci-fi movies, or
Mm-hmm.
horror movies.
A horror. Yep. Pretty much.
For the most part, it's going to be one of those.
Right.
But like I said, if y'all want me to watch a rom-com, hit me up. You can DM us on Instagram or email us or, send a DM via Twitter. I mean,
Right.
we are on Snapchat. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow, with that being said, we are about to watch. Well, we're not gonna watch it. I mean, I already watched it. So. All right, Violent Night. Look at Bloody Santa.
Bloody Santa.
Yeah, you see Bloody Santa, right? All right, so Violent Night was. Oh, it went away.
You still see it? Oh,
Oh, you can see it.
I saw it and then it just went away. It just went away.
Okay, it was
It
an
was a little delay.
All right. Well, because what happened was I was going to start writing off some characters, but anyway, all right, there you go. So, Violent Night is this movie. I didn't know what to expect when I saw Santa Blood. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, you're
You know
right.
what I mean? Like I was
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, what's going on with my man? Why does he look jacked up with the little
Yeah.
girl that's smiling?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like it was
Yeah,
confusing to me.
right.
But I try not to read too much beforehand. So I like to go into these movies just kind of like, hmm, I wonder what's going on here.
Right.
I'm not the one to give too much away, right? When it comes to movies. So this I will say. I'm sure you recognize the main character. Um, his name is David Harbour, and I cannot remember what he was in. I've seen him so many times before, though.
Yeah.
If it was from Law and Order, like,
Hmm.
let me see if I can blow his face up.
She looks very, very familiar.
Yeah, he is very familiar.
Yeah.
Um, so anywho, the grandma is very familiar too. Beverly D'Angelo. Um, John Leguizamo is in it.
John Leguizamo.
Yes,
Oh wow. Okay.
he's in this movie as well. So the movie is entertaining, kind of funny. Like they try to throw like a little hint of romance in there too, but it's just so much going on. But it's such an interesting take on Santa
Right.
that they give. So if you're into, movies that'll kind of make you laugh, you're not squeamish
Hmm.
about a little blood in the process,
Hmm.
because it is called Violent Night for a reason,
Yeah.
then I would absolutely say watch this movie because I was entertained through and through. Like
Okay.
it came out last year.
Hmm.
So, to me, it was kicks. You know, I was like, ooh, sometimes, and then sometimes I was like,
Right.
um, it's cute. And this little girl right here makes you want to be like, oh, so it's nice. I mean, it's not for children.
Hmm.
A little warm moment that you get
Okay.
there. So then we come to this. This is called Secret Nana. Now, you know this guy, Anthony Mackie.
Uh-huh.
Okay, he's been in some, who is that? Marvel?
Marvel, yes.
He's been in some Marvel movies, but he's been in a few movies. But that's where
Hmm.
most people know him from in Marvel movies. I
Yeah.
can never get him out of my mind for that Black Mirror episode with him and a friend in the video game
Which one?
Black Mirror
Okay.
on Netflix. Have you ever seen that?
Mm-mm. I actually heard of Black Mirror, but I never actually saw an episode.
So it's a series and it's a different story in every show. They
Right.
don't have the same characters. It's never the
Hmm.
same theme. It's just
Hmm.
some randomness that takes place in each episode. He was in
Right.
an episode playing a game with a good friend of his,
Hmm.
um, and things transpire in the video game. And I'm going to leave it there for all
Right.
those who have never seen the episode
Hmm.
or you to perhaps go check it out.
Yeah, right, right.
Well, with that being said, he's in this movie, Synchronic.
Synchronic. Right.
Synchronic. Have you seen it?
Nope, I haven't.
Okay. So in this movie, um, him and his friend, the guy next to him, they are EMT.
EMTs?
Yes, they're EMT
Okay.
workers and they're best friends.
Hmm.
And some things take place that lead them on this journey um, when they have some calls that they're responding to that lead them on this journey to look further into it. Um,
Hmm.
and Anthony actually has to like he doesn't have to, but he decides to get very involved in solving this case.
Mm.
It's a
Okay.
sci-fi film, cinematography, just kudos. And looking at this little poster, you would have known what the freak this movie was about.
Right.
But it's got great cinematography. Um, it was definitely a very interesting
Hmm.
line, like storyline that it was
Right.
based
Right.
on. I enjoyed it. Now, it wasn't overly gory. It's a little something that goes down, but not
Hmm.
terribly, you
Hmm.
know, because they classified it as a horror. It's not really.
Right.
It's just, an occasional,
Hmm.
but it's a good watch. Now, for our next movie. This had quite the plot twist at the end. But basically, it's about a mother trying to protect her daughter as their home is being invaded
Okay.
and all the drama that comes along with that.
Okay.
But the ending, boy, I wasn't ready for that now.
That's one thing I love is plot twist.
Oh my gosh, was not ready for that now.
Mm. Mm.
So, a little horror, a little something,
Mm-hmm.
not overly, just enough to
All
have you,
right.
that little
Mm.
thing, but nothing a little. It wasn't gory, right?
Okay.
Not like this bullshit right here.
Bloody hell.
You see how I say John Wick for horror fans?
Right. Yeah.
Baby, that is this. This is a horror movie through and through. This wasn't
Mm.
this. This was for real, a horror
Right.
movie.
Right.
Not scary like the one that I was telling you about with the mom who turned into the
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
show on the other show. I was telling you
Mm-hmm.
about that one.
Right. Right.
Wasn't scary because that one had scary moments. You was like,
Mhm.
this was
Yeah.
just funny
Right.
and very gory, but
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He is this main character right here is definitely kicks. And all I'm gonna say is it starts off crazy and it ends just as crazy.
It is just as crazy.
A lot of action, not mad at
Hmm.
it at all. Um, yeah. He has something happen in the beginning of the movie and he's going to try to live a better life.
Right.
What happens after that, like you really aren't expecting. You're like,
Mm.
it was amazing.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, good film. Then I watched Devil Conspiracy. Wait.
Mm.
Then I watched Devil Conspiracy. This just came out. It
Yeah. I
says
see.
I don't remember this being in the theater.
I don't even remember seeing a preview for this.
I don't remember seeing a preview for this either. So what happens is that these two characters, the way they look,
Hmm.
you only see that in the very beginning and at the very end.
Oh wow.
Other than that, you hardly like. I don't even know why they put them on because like the premise of the movie is about these characters, but they
Right.
you barely see them in this form the whole
Hmm.
time.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It was okay. I mean,
Hmm.
you kind of knew where it was going.
Oh, okay. It was kind of predictable.
I mean, listen, let's put it this way. Let me stop sharing. Just so I can- This is the devil and this is God, right? You see,
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
this is, and that's not God, God. That's all
Hmm.
right. That's Archangel Mike. This is
Right.
that's the devil right there.
Hmm.
I think we've pretty much figured out how those stories go.
Okay. Yeah.
Who's going to win between the God and the devil?
Right.
All right.
Right.
So
Right.
it was just you trying to figure out how, but
Yeah.
you know who was going to come out.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's not a secret.
It's not a secret. It's not a, oh, I didn't expect that.
Not at all. We definitely knew at the end what to expect. But it was interesting nonetheless.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I was supposed to laugh at this, but it was funny. Funny to me. Um,
Right.
so let us talk about this group that I heard about because I was like, oh my gosh, this would be cool if they start this in other places. So let me
Right.
show you. picture because you know that's what I like to do. I like to show pictures and stuff. Boom. And wow. It's called Violence Out.
Hmm.
This is in Brownsville, which is, you know, where is that?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn's in the house.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. So I'm so proud to say that while violence is only down 7% in the other boroughs, in Brooklyn, it's down 20%.
Nice. Okay.
And they think that
Very
part
good.
of the reason are because of groups like Violence Out.
Okay.
So what Violence Out is a group of people who, in conjunction with plainclothes police officer,
Hmm.
they go out and they help man the community, basically.
They what?
They help man the community.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
So like they get 911 calls that they go out and everything.
Okay.
So the cops are nearby, like I said, but they're in plain clothes.
Hmm.
Um, but they'll have like they help stop a robbery,
Okay. You're
stop a
right.
bodega. They help people turn in illegal weapons.
Hmm.
Um, they just deter them. You know what I mean? Like from doing
Yeah.
things,
Right.
and they don't do it by being like, bro, you go to jail. They don't have badges, none of that.
Right. Right.
One of the guys they called Beta, he said basically like they need to just have somebody be like, bro, get out of here, you bugging.
Right. 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 Wow.
So they just, you know, just deter people like, and they help
Nah.
work with organizers to give out information for free child care and addiction recovery. You know, they help with that kind of stuff too. But, you know, they help stop shoplifters, all kinds of stuff, so that these
Wow.
people
Yeah.
are now not going to jail.
Okay.
Because the prosecutor, so Eric Adams, the mayor,
Hmm.
wanted the prosecutor in Brooklyn to come down harder on people, saying
Mm.
that would stop violence because it was on the rise during the pandemic.
Right.
The prosecutor didn't want to take that because he didn't want to just have people caught up in the system again and again over little stuff.
Hmm.
So, you know, he supports organizations like this working with the police so that
Hmm.
these people don't have to necessarily go to jail
Right.
for bigger crimes if they do in fact go to jail at all.
Hmm.
So they break up fights. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Like petty. They work more with petty crimes.
Yeah. Stuff that do the cops need to come out for this if somebody gets shot?
Right.
Because clearly somebody's already upset.
Yeah. 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 It's like a buffer between community buffer, so to speak.
Right. So they'll tell people, like, listen, if you got beef or something like that, don't antagonize other people. Like, call me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, they cutting down on problems, and I feel like every community should have this.
Yeah. Of course.
Every
Absolutely.
community should have a group of people who just walk around, volunteer their time, you know,
Hmm.
take certain times and certain days, and men, especially men, come
Yeah.
out and just be like, "Hey, what's going on, bro?
Yeah. Just
You good?"
get to know the community, and
And because they're from the community, they a lot of these people
yeah.
already know them.
Right. Right. So they already have a rapport. It doesn't seem like it's some outsiders coming in to regulate. And that's good because even with communities like Brooklyn, Newark, or, any quote unquote urban or hood community, you know, with those type of communities, outsiders aren't really welcome. Um, and if you have an outsider trying to regulate, it kind of heightens the situation
Like the
that much
cop
more.
coming
Yeah,
in from the suburbs,
right. Coming in
all
from the suburbs.
bowled
Yeah,
up,
all
talking
bowled
to
up.
you like
Yeah,
he's the law,
right. And
because they don't come in friendly,
right.
usually.
Yeah,
Sometimes I have seen cops come in friendly, but a
yeah.
lot of times those cops will come in like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah.
over
Yeah.
aggressive. And it's like,
Like
that's not
real
what the
over
person
aggressive.
needs right now.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with certain situations, because you might have certain situations where the neighborhood knows that this person is aggressive for this particular reason, maybe through mental health or they lost a parent or something or another, and then they're like, all right, that's Mike. We know how to handle him in
Hmm.
a certain way. But if you're coming at him, if you're coming in from the outside the community, and you're like, I'm just gonna handle him this way, and it's like, no, that's how you escalate the situation. You gotta handle Mike this way so that he can calm down. And if you're not from that community, you wouldn't know that.
That's the absolute truth. Now, with that being said, we're going to continue into our second part of the show. So I'm pausing it right here.
Right.
And I'm not actually, but I'm saying it because that's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
going to do. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget to follow us on social media.